Hi there. Yesterday I dyed a pair of skeins of BFL DK or sport weight non-superwash wool, and I made a video of it. And in the opening scene you saw the finished product, but I wanted to introduce a little bit of what I'm doing. I apologize for the wacky angle of the camera, but I promised a video, so I figured I'd better go ahead and just do it. And after it's ended or all done, I will show you a couple other shots of how it came out before I reskeined it and made it pretty for presentation. So with that, I will let the video begin. Alright, so we're getting ready to dye a couple of hanks of BFL DK sport weight. I put the camera as close as I could without hiding everything that I'm doing. First I'm going to spread plastic wrap across the top, and I'm sorry you can't see my face, but you've seen my face before, so that's no big deal. Alright, we're going to get one hank out, and I'm going to be dyeing a twin set this time, so let me get this one straightened out if I can. There we go. There's one hank ready to go. And it's not behaving the way I want it to. So we'll just deal with it as it is. And that's fine. And here comes another one to match it. And I'm going to be doing a watercolor technique, or what I call a water technique, because we're going to be using a lot of wet dye, and we're going to be pushing it around on the yarn after it gets on the yarn. So I've got my dyes all set up here. In fact, let me see if maybe I can move some of them so you can see what I'm doing, because you don't need to see the dye so much as the yarn as I'm dyeing it. Let me see if that helps a little bit. Alright. I've got two hanks here. There's one, and here's the other one. Let me get the jars out of the way. Maybe that's what we need to do, because we don't need the jars right now. And you don't need to see the dyes necessarily, because they're just dyes. There we go. Now you can see. Now you're starting to see better. All right. I knew there was a way to make this stuff work. All right. Let me see. Okay. There's a spot there. And it really helps to keep your work area clean so that one color doesn't touch another color later on. All right. All righty. Let's see what this one is. All right. First I'm going to layer a base of gray, and because this is not superwash, you can push the dye around quite a lot. Now I need to dilute that. It's a little bit stronger than I wanted, so let me dilute it a little bit to make a little bit lighter gray. This is gray that I'm putting on now, so we're going to be pushing it around a little bit. And also, on this type of yarn, the colors will actually migrate in the steamer after I seal it up. So it looks sloppy, but that's the whole point. But this pair of yarns will, now see what I'm doing now is I'm squeezing and pressing to encourage the yarn, the dye, to move around a bit. Okay, we'll stretch that out back where it belongs. And we'll turn it over again. Now the next bunch that I'm going to do will be a little bit neater than this bunch. Okay, we've got a little bit of gray all over it, and that's fine. Then we're going to add a little bit of brown. It goes on at a dark spot. We smoosh it around a little bit. Like that, see? And I'm putting a lot of weight, and I'm also pushing the dye around now. Cover it up with plastic, cover that up with the plastic, press it around a little bit, and then we flip it over to the other side. And I'm doing this rather quickly just because it needs to be done. But once you get the hang of what you're doing, it doesn't really take all that long. Now see, I don't want a striped or a segmented yarn for this particular colorway. This is a variation on the Patina colorway. These are not exactly the Patina colors, but that's okay. We'll put that aside. And then we'll get the next color. This is a different color. This is chestnut. The first color was brown. And we just put a little bit here and then we press it around. Press it around a little bit. Yeah, non-superwash yarn is real easy to push the dye around and really become a bully with it. And I'm not mean to my yarns, but I can be a bully if I have to be. And let's put a little bit more chestnut on there, on the back side of this. Just a little bit. And then we add a little bit of this color. Just a little bit. Yeah, and I made a mess. See? Made a mess. That's why I use these towels all the time. And then we flip it over to do the other side. And you notice I don't flip it end to end, but I grab it in the middle. That way I ensure that the ends are not completely ignored. And when I do the segmented yarn the next time, in the next segment, you will see what I mean by dyeing the ends first. It's always very important. That's not the color that I want to end up with. So we're going to use the magic color. Just a little bit. No matter. And flip this over and smoosh that around a little bit. Now, I'm not rubbing on the yarn itself because this yarn does felt, and we don't want to felt the yarn. So I cover it with the plastic and press on the plastic, which makes it very easy to push the dye around. I can press, but I can't rub. See here? I can press, but I can't rub it back and forth without the plastic over it. Alright. And this one is as done as I want it to be. Now you notice there are some obviously colored spots. I don't know. There are some obviously colored spots here. And I may have not done what I intended to do to show you. Because I'm moving it away, and that's not good. But, so I may end up having to do this entire segment all over again. I'll just have to watch it and find out. Heaven forbid I just repeat myself, right?